People have accused me of being a narcissist. I'm looking on Google right now, the American Psychological Association, some recognizing a narcissist with Ramani Durvasula, PhD. And there's this sentence here. I often say there are sort of four pillars to narcissism: lack of empathy, grandiosity, a chronic sense of entitlement, and a chronic need to seek out admiration from other people and validation from other people. So let's break this down. Am I a narcissist? A lack of empathy. I mean, I wanted people to express their emotions to me. I wanted to understand them. I didn't want them to hide their emotions. I cared about their emotions. I cared about them. If I hurt them, I wanted them to tell me that I hurt them so I wouldn't do it again. If they were happy, I wanted to feel that happiness. I wanted to see them happy and smile and empathize. Do I have a lack of empathy? No, I don't have a lack of empathy. I had people brand me as a manipulator and try to obscure their emotions, to regulate their emotions, saying that I would prey on their emotions, that I would manipulate them, and that they had to hide their emotions from me so I wouldn't manipulate them. I cared about these people. I wanted them to express their emotions to me. I wanted them to express their emotions to me. And I always felt both empathy and compassion. So that's the first of these four pillars: lack of empathy. It's pretty obvious that I don't lack empathy. That I'm actually a person who feels empathy, who wants to love others, who wanted a wife to cherish and children to love. That I don't have a lack of empathy at all. Grandiosity. It's a little difficult, this one, right? Because I'm gifted. I was a gifted child. I was fast-tracked through the education system. I was always the smartest person in my class. I skipped a grade. When I went to college, I got the highest mark in the history of the school. I started in a trailer park, and I managed to climb to the point where I touched the 1%. Grandiosity, I don't know, man. I don't know. I consider myself self-aware. I took it upon myself to try to use my gifts in a pro-social way. I tried to do things that would never be parasitic or exploitative, to always try to do things to help other people. And I never really wanted people to know. I always said that I wanted to live in the shadows. I don't know. This third one here, a chronic sense of entitlement. Now, I've always said that I try to participate in win-win relationships, mutually rewarding relationships. People have tried to say that that I'm selfish, that I only care about people that help me, that I don't care about anybody but myself. I don't know, man. The fact that I want to participate in a mutually rewarding relationship that was negotiated, that you and I negotiate an understanding and cooperate and collaborate. I don't know how you could say that I feel a sense of entitlement. I would say that the people who say it's his time to give back and that he has to give back to the community, that I'm selfish, they're the ones that have a sense of entitlement. wanted to be fairly rewarded for my work. I wanted a home just like everyone else. I want a car just like everyone else. I want to have nice clothes. I want to have a wife, and I want my wife to have nice clothes. I want kids. I want my kids to have nice clothes. I want them to be able to provide nice things for my daughter. Entitlement, I don't know. I mean, for me, if I want to participate in a mutually rewarding relationship with people, then I don't know how you could possibly say that I'm entitled. And then this fourth one here, a chronic need to seek out admiration from other people and validation from other people. Like, I always said that I wanted to live in the shadows. That I didn't want to live in the light. I didn't want to be standing in the light. I didn't want to be in a soapbox. I didn't want to be speaking from my heart. I'm not a narcissist who fucking thinks that the fucking sun shines out of my ass. I wanted to live in the shadows. Because I don't have a chronic need to seek out admiration from other people. I don't have a chronic need to seek out validation from other people. The fact that I wanted to live in the shadows is a pretty obvious sign that I don't fucking want to seek out admiration and validation from people. So, lack of empathy. I tried to get people to open up to me. And they went out of their way to hold their frame so that I wouldn't manipulate. I don't know how you could possibly say that I lack empathy. If I've lost the capacity for empathy, it's only because of what they did to me. Grandiosity. I always tried not to make people feel small. I talked about that. People talked about how arrogant I was. I tried not to make people feel small. I don't know how you could possibly say that I have experienced grandiosity as a sign of narcissism when I went out of my way to try not to make people feel small. I didn't try to set an example and make everybody around me feel inferior to me. Like the fact that they weren't me meant that they were wrong. Sense of entitlement. I wanted to participate in mutually rewarding relationships. I don't know how you could say that I had a sense of entitlement. Chronic need for admiration from other people. I wanted to live in the shadows. Am I a narcissist? No, I'm not a fucking narcissist.